All your favorite saxophone players probably play with perfect intonation. The ones that I love do, certainly. And it really makes the instrument sing and you're just like, oh my God, that is so in tune. It sounds so wicked. But how do you play in tune on saxophone? How do you get perfect intonation when this thing is so out of tune? Before we talk about how you practice playing in tune, it's very important to understand the mechanism of how you change your tuning before we try and get in tune. Right. The mechanism of how you change your tuning is not by using lip pressure. It's by using your voicing and the height of your larynx and your throat. That's how you change the pitch on saxophone. Not by varying lip pressure, okay? You don't change the pressure on your embouchure to change in tune, to change your tuning. You change your larynx, the position of your larynx and your voicing. Now, the second thing to understand, which is very important, is that you don't want to be too flat and having to constantly try and push sharp, because it's difficult to get sharper on saxophone, ironically, seeing as everybody plays really sharp. But it's actually quite difficult to keep a good sound and get sharper. It's much easier to be sharp and then pull the pitch down with your throat. That's why the old adage on saxophone is tune sharp, blow flat. Okay, you always want to be tuning, push quite far on with your mouthpiece, and you want to be pulling that pitch down to get it in tune rather than trying to get it up, because there's only really one surefire way of getting your pitch up beyond a certain point, and that is to use more lip pressure, and that really compromises your tone. So you don't want to be doing that. Tune sharp, blow flat, and it also gives you, a more open voicing, and it gives you a better tone anyway, so it's a great thing to do. So we're going to tune nice and sharp, and then it's easier to flatten the notes into pitch. Right, that's the very important sort of background to this video. What I'm going to do right now is pull up the screen share I've got of the Tonal Energy app on my phone, which probably many of you have got, and it's trying to measure the pitch of my voice as we talk. Now, here is the very important thing I want you to remember, and that is not to look at the tuner, okay? You're going to play the note, you're going to hear it in your musical mind, and then you're going to recreate it on the instrument with your eyes closed. Then you're going to look at the tuner and see how you did. Let's start with, I don't know, let's just start with a G. Okay, so there's the note. I'm going to play it on piano here. Sing it if it helps. Now you strongly visualize that note in your mind, and you're going to play it on your instrument with your eyes closed. Then you open your eyes and you see how close you were. Now, it looks like I was a bit flat there. I've just had the aircon on, that's probably why. Right, now I'm going to close my eyes, recreate the note, and then open them. Okay, a bit better. Let's do it again. Okay, let's get the next note now. Let's play a concert G. Play the note. You can use a drone, you can use a piano, as long as your piano's in tune, by the way. Now, you strongly hear that note in your musical mind. Play the note, keep your eyes closed, then look back at the tuner. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, pretty good. Now let's go back to the G on soprano pitch. Okay, now the A. So I've already learned that the A is a sharper note than the G. The G is kind of a little bit under there, and the A is a little bit over there. So when I switch between them, I have to adjust my voicing. You have to adjust your voicing for every note in the bloody horn. Still sharp on the A. Okay, getting better. Now you can work your way up using all the different notes of the horn. Now here's a great one to progress to, and that is playing octaves. Just before we get to the octaves bit, if you like what you're seeing, by the way, go and check out my free Saxophone Success Masterclass. The link is there. There is a bunch of really cool free information for you to get. You just put in your email and it's all yours. Instant access. It's a whole hour. You're going to love it. There's some really cool stuff in there. All right. Now we're going to practice doing octaves. Okay, so you play the note, open your eyes, see if you're in tune, and then do the octave above. This is really going to... The whole idea of this, okay, the whole crux of what I'm teaching you here is that you hear the note strong as you like in your musical mind. Bah, and you hear, and you try and center your note right bang in the heart of that note, right in the middle of it. Like it, hit it like right in the bullseye. Okay, here we go. Let's try the G first. Flat. Still a bit flat. Overshot, a bit sharp. Too sharp. Still a little bit too sharp. Here's the thing, guys. As you get higher up the instrument, what you will discover, I am sure, is that as you get higher, the pitch is lower than you think. There's lots of different psychological, clever brain reasons and acoustics and all that sort of stuff, reasons why. But as you get higher, you're going to find that you need to pitch a bit lower than you think. That's why everybody plays sharp on the palm keys and saxophone. Because you actually need to pitch. Number one, the instrument gets sharper. Number two, your brain, your pitch sense gets worse as you go up. So you need to pitch those high notes lower than you think. That's what just happened to me. So here we go. Still like creeping sharp, right? Overcompensated. The other way. Still a bit sharp. So I've actually got the pitch set to fine on the app. It's probably better to have it on medium actually, you know, because you don't need to be, if you're within, I'm trying to be really precise, but if you're within, you know, 5-10 cents, you know, that's good enough. As you get better and better at this, you will start to get a real sense of where the pitches are on your instrument. And even more important than that, you're going to learn how to use your ears, not your eyes. Don't look at the tuning meter when you're trying to learn to play in tune. You don't have it on the gig, and that thing just keeps making noise. You don't have it on the gig, and on the gig, you won't have enough time to do that. You have to hear the note, hit it in the middle, okay? Hear the note and hit it in the middle. And to do that, you have to develop your ear and your voicing And that is how you're going to learn how to play in tune. Not by standing playing long tones, looking at those smiley faces with your eyes, okay? Not with your eyes, with your ears. Like I mentioned before, go and check out the free Saxophone Success Masterclass and check out my Inner Circle membership because it's frickin' awesome. You're going to love it in there. There's loads of great stuff. Trust me, if you like, will that thing stop making noise? Honestly, it's really annoying if you like what I do and this kind of, insincere chaos that I bring to things, along with some absolutely legit info straight from the pro stage. Make sure you check out the Inner Circle membership. Until next Sunday, where I'm going to sax up your Sunday at 7 a.m. UK time. As always, I'm pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson. You're watching Get Your Sax Together. Thanks for watching. Practice hard, practice smart. Enjoy your music. Take it easy. There's a very limited amount of pitch that you can. Okay, let's start this video again. I'm going to pull up the screen share that I've got here. That is not the screen share that I want. Why is my camera doing that? So annoying.